Top 10 natural places to see in the world. There are so many beautiful places to visit across the world. We couldn't possibly include all of them in just one list. But whether you want to relax on a beach, get off the grid, or explore an area, these stunning destinations are definitely worth bumping to the top of your travel bucket list. Number 10 is Machu Picchu, Peru. It is now assumed that Machu Picchu, situated high in the Andes Mountains of Peru, was a sacred royal refuge for the Incan rulers. Established in the 15th century AD and abandoned less than 100 years later, with its perfectly joined, mortarless, intricate stonework. The remote site continues to amaze. Massive multi-ton blocks of stone, without the use of mortar or cement, are completely joined to each other. In the mountain town of Cusco, which was the capital city of the Inca Empire, the ride to Machu Picchu traditionally begins. Be sure to spend a few days there before or after your Machu Picchu trip. Cusco is a fascinating place to explore. Hiking the Inca Trail from Cusco to Machu Picchu is feasible. The complete hike takes 5 days, but you can also start closer and do a 1, 2, or 3-day hike along the trail. The majority of people take the train from Cusco, which takes about 3.5 hours. Number 9 is the Grand Canyon, Arizona. This amazing natural wonder is in the US state of Arizona. It's one of those breathtaking places where pictures or videos just don't do it justice. It is hard to grasp its sheer scale and reach. With geology formed over the past 2 billion years, yes, billion, the 277-mile-long canyon itself is thought to have been started about 5 to 6 million years ago. It was formed by the Colorado River's flood, which still flows through it and along its course continues to erode the geology. In places, the Grand Canyon is up to 18 miles wide and up to a mile deep. Imagine standing on the roof, staring down nearly a mile down a sheer rock wall to the river below. Many tourists come to the area known as the South Rim, and a variety of accommodations are available. From tents to rustic, log-built luxury canyon-side resort. On the remote North Rim, there are a few accommodations, and these are reserved years in advance. The canyon is reached by many travelers via the historic Grand Canyon Railway, which operates from the city of Williams, Arizona. With food and live music on board, the 64-mile rail line offers an exciting way to get to the canyon. The canyon is about a 3.5-hour drive north of Phoenix, or south of Las Vegas for those who drive. Number 8 is Montreal, Canada. You may think you are in France as you listen to the sound of French being spoken around you and explore old Montreal, walking down its narrow cobblestone streets. There are picturesque shops and cafes in the historic area. This Canadian city could be an opportunity to experience a bit of Europe in North America. With many prominent farmers markets, including the Atwater Market and the Jean Talon Market, the city also has a vibrant food scene. It is also known for its bagels, cooked by many popular must-visit bakeries, hot and fresh. Be sure to visit the magnificent Basilia of Notre Dame and take a drive up to Mount Royal, named after the city's major hill or low mountain. With some incredible views reaching all the way to the port, you'll be rewarded. Number 7 is Istanbul, Turkey. Another destination offering a great mix of culture, food, and historic Turkey's capital. And history is Turkey's capital city. Here, there are thousands of years of history, beginning with the ancient Greeks and the ancient Romans, leading up to the Ottoman Empire. It's an Islamic country with a secular government, so it's a good place to explore Islamic culture with Western visitors. Unlike everywhere else, there is a blend of the modern and the timeless here. You can spend the night eating great Turkish food and dancing to Turkish music in a wonderful restaurant, then rise up very early in the morning to the sound of ezan or the Islamic call to prayer in the morning. When it is emitted from loudspeakers set atop the minarets of the city's mosques, it echoes from the rooftops. Istanbul has excellent public transport, which ensures that all the big sites and landmarks are easy to get around and explore. The Blue Mosque, Hagia Sophia, and Topkapi Palace are must-seen sights. Number 6 is Angkor Wat, Cambodia. Angkor Wat, situated just outside the Cambodian city of Siem Reap, is the world's largest religious site. In the early part of the 12th century, it was originally created as a Hindu temple and a mausoleum for the Khmer ruler and was converted at the end of the 12th century to a Buddhist temple. It's just part of a massive ancient city. The temple area is Angkor Wat. The city and the palace area is Angor Thom. In the city, there are hundreds of other ruined sites from which all are parts of the ancient Angkor capital. Through regular flights from Hong Kong and other large Asian cities, Siem Reap and its temples and ruins are now very easily available. Accommodations ranges from cheap guest houses with everything in between to luxurious luxury resorts. Number 5 is London, England. Another destination packed with fantastic places to visit is this historic English city. An opportunity to visit famous sites like Tower Bridge, Buckingham Palace, and the Tower of London from the Journey to London, as well as seeing a West End theater show or seeing a musical performance at the Royal Albert Hall. Take advantage of the city being a cultural hub. Modern London is also a city of fine dining, luxurious hotels, and world-class shopping. The huge British Museum is open and typically very crowded. Don't skip the museums. Make time to visit Oxford Street's The Wallace Collection, a free museum. It has one of the greatest furniture and porcelain collections in the world, along with some important paintings by the old master. Number 4 is Marrakesh, Morocco. Start your Marrakesh adventure in the main open square in the Moroccan capital, Jemma El Fina. It's a gateway to the Medina or an ancient walled town. Like nowhere else in the world, the square offers a relentless display of humanity. Musical singers, snake charmers, monkey trainers, matches for amateur boxing, and transvestite belly dancers are available. It's also a giant market for meats as well as a giant market for antiques and swaps. You may also get a shave or do some dental work. At night, there are fire performers, and an outdoor food fair is set up in the middle with rows of food stalls fronted by counters lined with chairs. This exotic African destination is just a short flight from most major European cities, usually less than 4 hours. There are regular flights available as a popular getaway destination. In a region called La Palmeraie, accommodation ranges from ryads, traditional houses transformed into luxury boutique hotels in the Medina, to 5-star luxury resorts just outside the capital. Number 3 is Manhattan, New York. Manhattan, one of the New York City's 5 boroughs, is currently an island bordered by the East River and the Hudson, and a little bit by the Harlem River. This island is less than 23 square miles and has about 2 million inhabitants. Throw in the constant influx of staff, and up to 4 million people are regularly held on the island. The frenetic energy of New York City is provided by no other city in the world. It is packed with the best shopping and dining in the world, along with the impressive museums. A giant green heart, Central Park, is also in Manhattan. It provides a playground for the residents of the area, no matter the season, offering a variety of activities from museums to a zoo. There is also a lot of green space where, along with miles of hiking, biking, and skate trails, you can play and relax. Number 2 is Paris, France. No visit to the French capital is complete without a ride to its most famous structure and a trip up there. From its opening in 1889 for 41 years until 1930, the 300-meter-tall Eiffel Tower was very literally the tallest man-made building in the world. Use your visit as a workout on the stairs and climb the 300 steps from ground level to the tower's first of 3 levels. Climb a further 300 steps to the second floor if you're in great shape. Hop on the lift to get to the roof. You will also miss most of the crowd, aside from the workout, who want to ride the elevator the entire way. Number 1 is San Francisco, California. San Francisco is an American city that is completely special and one of the great holiday spots in the country. Explore its hills, ride the cable cars that ascend them, and at Fisherman's Wharf, eat some seafood. Spend some time exploring Marin County, including the picturesque city of Sausalito, on the other side of the Golden Gate Bridge. Muir Woods National Monument's giant redwoods are just 30 minutes away and are also well worth a side trip. Be sure to make time for a visit to the Golden Gate Bridge or even better, a drive through it. The strait that connects San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean spans this monument to modern engineering genius. The 6-lane, nearly 2-mile-long bridge links the city of Northern California with Marin County. The bridge, which was completed in 1937, has a distinctive geometric beauty and can be seen from many places on either side of its span. From the Marin Headlands, a hilly section of the Golden Gate National Recreation Area, a national park that includes areas on the other side of the bridge, some of the best views are